Sway. Still there's pain. If I would've grew up to be a doctor, my nephews would've grew up to do the same.
Are there any producers that you really admire, whether they're present day, old school, like a Quincy Jones or?
Hell yeah, Quincy Jones, Rick James, like
James Brown.
He was Barry White, Isaac Hayes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, then you go like,
Yeah, it goes on and
there's
on
new
and
producers
on.
that still like inspire me now. Like, fucking
I think those kids at Justice League is dope. I just heard the
Yeah,
joints they
yeah.
did on the
Rick
Rick
Ross
Ross
is
album.
crazy.
It's crazy. Like, they dope, you know.
I mean,
Knots
so,
is ill. Like, it's still, you know, it's a lot of good producers.
Buck Wild, like everybody,
Wow.
like,
You know, it's a lot of high producers, and we, you know, we try to. I think our whole thing more so is looking at the music, like how they made music back then. Like, we keep musicians around, so
Like
that,
James.
yeah, like James.
James is in the house?
Yeah, that's my man. Niggas, you Spanish.
yeah, that's his name.
That's his name. His name is Niggas, you Spanish. So that's James Niggas, you Spanish Lewis.
Wow.
And he plays, you know, he plays guitar and bass, and you know, we keep musicians around just because we want to have that vibe, like how Quincy Jones had, and how, you know, Barry White had to orchestrate songs, like songs.
Working with live musicians, how does that benefit your process? Because a lot of cats just basically just straight sample, really don't try to put any creativity into making the record theirs or giving their own twist to it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's giving it your own twist and what you need to do. Like this is what I need to do on the record. You know, you want to put your best work out there. So whatever's gonna make it, you know, big and pause and sound better, you're just gonna get it done. That's how we did with the Jay-Z album. Like, it was just like, you could sometimes, like, as a producer, you probably don't know you can do all that. Like, cause like, you know, like, and then Puff was just like, we need to get the live horns, we need to get that, and it's like, you think about it, they all here, so you're like, oh shit, so yeah, I always wanted to add live horns, so you had them niggas in there 3 hours just doing a whole bunch of shit, then you just kind of get used to it, so that's how it is now. It's just like, we got horns, we got all that.
Before you mentioned that you guys have an artist who's on signed to Bad Boy?
I see.
What's the plan in terms of rolling him out? Is it through a label, production deal, or?
Yeah, he's going through Bad Boy. He's
Okay.
Grind Music, Bad Boy. We've been working on his album for a little while. We just started kind of going back in with him again.
Okay.
So he should be out this year.
Okay. So with the changes or the potential changes within the business model, you know, I guess people are still trying to figure out how they're going to work it in terms of online, downloading, whatever. Does that influence how you put the music together, the marketing strategy you want to implement, or you just...
It don't influence the music. I think the marketing is more so what, you know what I mean, what you would have to just be aware of when you're putting out a new artist, or how you going to market them and be aware of what's going on, and how you know, the ringtone thing and the downloading and the websites. You got to be aware of all of that when you're marketing a new artist, and what kind of music you have, so you know who you're selling it to. That's, you know, really what it is. Asim's a ill rapper. Like, his whole thing is like straight on some lyrical hip hop, but he still knows how to make songs. Like, he's not just going, pardon me, he's not gonna just rhyme and rhyme forever and no hook and none of that. You know what I mean? So he's kind of versatile.
Okay. And in terms of new media, just piggybacking that, do you guys read blogs, or like how do you keep up on what's...
Everything, yeah, you gotta know what's going on, you gotta stay in tune with what's going on. Like, I'm on all that, you know, I read, and you on media takeouts and all that. You know what I mean?
Every day I be, you know, because you could go online and then another 2 hours, it's a new, you know, new information. I be on Now Right straight.
Being from Harlem, I know y'all always got some type of side hustle in the back of your mind. Is there any other things that you're trying to do or trying to aspire to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to open up storage centers.
Hey, that's money.
Nigga, I can make some money. Nah, I'm dead serious though.
That makes money.
All money is good.
You know, that's what it is. Just, you know, different businesses. We're gonna do it. It's not always gonna be just.
No clothing line, right?
I mean, not for now. I mean, that could come like that. You know, that's something that he's probably going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm also involved in trying to bring. I'm making a special hair product. Bring the it's like Jerry curl juice. So, I got a couple, a couple houses there, working. There's a couple of things in there happening.
And what are you guys working on now that you could share? You said Busta, Livy Frank,
Livy Frank, Busta, Cassie. Working on Nas. A couple other things that we haven't solidified yet. But,
Okay. Now, obviously, you guys are diversifying in terms of the artists you work with. Is there any artists that you would really, really love to work with? Like, if you got a phone call, if your phone rang right now, and
CeeLo, I love to work with CeeLo.
Oh, we working with the Clips too. Like,
Clips too. Yeah, I forgot we doing.
Okay. Why Mr. CeeLo Green?
I don't know. I think CeeLo, because he's real versatile as well. Like he can do all kinds of music, from rhyming to singing, and he's got that soul in everything he does. I like CeeLo a whole lot, and anybody, really everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter.
Anybody for you?
I'd say Mary J. Blige.
MJB?
I love Mary J. Blige. So that's like one. Like it kind of happened already. Like with the Jay-Z. Like you always I always wanted to like work with Jay-Z, and that phone call came, and you just really go hard. Like that's what you work, up to that point for. So Mary J. Blige call, I'm going all in.
Just reverting back to Jay real quick. How was it when you got that call, or he came into the studio, or when you first got the vocals back on the record that you did? I mean,
all those things are different experiences. Like all those things were different. Like when you got the phone call, it wasn't like it was like me and Puff and Sean, we was in the studio just listening to beats like how we always do. That's what we usually do. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna call Jay over here right now. I was like, okay. He said, be in 15 minutes. I'm walking out the door to go to the bathroom. Jay's walking in, so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not going to the bathroom now. And then from there, it was like history right there for me. He sat there for like 2-3 hours and like listening to like beats. It was just like, since like the first beat that came on was Sweet.
Wow.
The first beat that Puff played, it was funny. Puff was playing the beat, and then his face was like, "Oh!" Puff was stopping, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. So it was just crazy. That whole night was crazy.
So in terms of, I guess, 2008, 2009, what can we expect from you guys, production-wise? We know you're gonna do more joints.
Just expect good music, man. That's really kind of what it is. Like we just concentrate on making good records and putting the right people on the right music bed. You know what I mean? Having a good marriage. That's really kind of the whole point of it.
Yeah. And the winner is Hov, my man. Speech. First of all, I want to thank my connect. The most important person with all due respect. Thanks to the duffel bag, the brown paper bag, the Nike shoe box for holding all this cash. Boys in blue who agreed before the